Oh, okay. All right. So we'll start with the circle of life again. That there is this giraffe in the inner circle, and then there is this jackal in the outer circle. Giraffe represents Giraffe basically represents a part of us when we are thinking about the bigger perspective in life. And when we are acting from the platform of selfish motivations, then we are acting like a jackal. So basically, a jackal represents us when we have these motivations, like we want to change other people, we want to control other people, and we want to punish other people, or we want to get our own way. If it's either my way or no way. So those are the jackal motivations, and we all sometimes work from the platform of jackal motivations, and sometimes we work from the platform of giraffe motivations. And what are giraffe motivations? When we are working like a giraffe, what we are doing, we are connecting with ourselves, and we are also connecting with others. We are being self-responsible, and then we are also trying to understand each other. So that's the difference. Now, how do we know whether we are having giraffe-like motivation or we are having jackal-like motivation? So the way we know that we are having jackal-like motivation are, like I just said, if our intention is that what I know is the best, and the other person doesn't know much, and we are trying to change them, or we think that they are wrong in some way and we want to change them. Then another one is we are trying to control other people. We are trying to punish other people because we felt that they did something wrong to us. Now we want to revenge. Now we want to take revenge. And the last one is either my way or no way, right? It has everything over here. So we are
I'd
blaming.
like to say it's my way or highway.
Yes, my way or highway. Hmm. So, right, they have demands with no choice, right? They have judgments, evaluations. For example, if someone was um, what would be an example of a judgment? Well, if someone is just sitting and watching TV or doing something like that, and you say that person is so lazy, that would be a judgment, rather than making an observation that, oh, this person is sitting in the couch and and watching TV, but then we go and say, oh, you are so lazy. There's a difference when you are just observing their behavior and telling them that.
Observing is just saying this is what happening. Like judgment is when you try and draw a conclusion from those observations.
Very nice, very nicely put, Anshi. Yes. So, so that's all. These are jackal motivations. Now, so the reason why we are doing in this in context of anger is so that when we are angry, we can observe what are we needing at the time when we are getting angry. Is it a reasonable motivation that we are having, which would mean a giraffe motivation? Or are we having an unreasonable jackal motivation? So, if once we recognize what is going on inside of us, then we will able to respond better. Do you guys agree to this point?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it makes sense because let's say because since we're humans, Newton's third law says that for every action there must be an equal but opposite reaction, and if we want that reaction, we have to take an action too.
Absolutely right. Very nice. Thank you, Kartavya. So now give me some examples of jackal language uses.
Not being kind.
Okay, she or he is very unkind, right?
Saying bad things about someone or at least like cursing out at them.
Yeah, so what kind of statement would you say?
Sure. Sorry.
You would say like, oh, look at this girl, she's so fat, or oh, she never takes showers or brushes her hair, or oh, she's such lazy, and ugly person.
Absolutely right. Yes. Or this person is a liar, right? Or this person is brilliant, even positive things. Or this person is a jerk. So, this is all jackal language. And now, what would be a giraffe language? Give me a few examples. Now, say for example, I have just said that XYZ is a liar. Now, think of any situation where you can make an observation out of this. What could have been a possibility?
They could have just said this person is not telling the truth.
Okay, but
That's just
that
an
too is a
observation.
judgment, right? That too is a judgment. You have made a judgment out of some kind of behavior that you have observed on their part. So when it's a giraffe talk, we
I'm
have
kind
to.
of assuming that they told a statement that you know for sure that it's not true.
But we don't know what is not. We are making a judgment, right? We are just making a judgment.
Oh, okay then.
So the observation would just be like, this person said this.
Okay, but there has to be a behavior behind this, right? That you saw a behavior and then you came to this conclusion that this person is a liar. For example, if I said that person is a liar and my conclusion was based on the fact that XYZ told me that they were going to keep their file on my table and they didn't do it. So I made the conclusion that they are liar, that person is a liar, that he's a liar. Does that make sense?
No.
For example, if I had asked one of you to send me an email and you said that I've already sent you an email, but then I didn't receive that email and I make a conclusion that you are a liar.
I was kind of assuming that, oh, they told like I live in this big mansion, but you've seen their house before and they don't. Well, then you know for sure that that's not true.
Right. That's a different situation. But
That's what I'm trying to. That's what I was thinking.
but in day-to-day life, that's not a very common situation that we encounter, right? What we
I think that
what we encounter is, for example, I've asked one of you to send me an email and I didn't receive that email for whatever reason, and I make a conclusion that you are lying if you say that you've already sent that email. Or I told someone that I called you, but they are not able to see that number on their phone and they make a conclusion that I'm lying. Does that make sense?
no.
I mean, does that make sense that the difference between
Makes sense to me.
a judgment and noticing a behavior?
Yeah.
So say for example, if I was supposed to send an email to someone and they didn't receive the email, and when I spoke with them, I told them, I've already sent you an email, and they say that no, you are a liar, you didn't send me an email. What do you guys think? Would that make me angry or no?
That probably would.
And what
Yeah.
language have they used? Have they used jackal language or giraffe language?
Jackal.
language.
Jackal.
Right. And what would be a giraffe language in this case?
Like,
Assuming that they actually didn't receive the email, how could they have responded?
oh, I'm not sure what happened. I didn't receive the email for some reason.
Right. So you have to have a strategy as to how they should have responded, right? Probably they can say that, oh, you told me that you had sent me an email, but I don't see one in my mailbox. Correct? Rather than telling them that, oh, you are a liar. Right? So now how do we determine, or how do we determine and how do we now we have unmet needs, right? There are certain needs that we do need to fulfill so that we don't get very angry. And what do we do then? How do we proceed? Let's see. So what's a jackal talk? It's a language that hurts. It's blaming, it's criticizing, it's judging, it's demanding. And what's a giraffe talk? It's you observe the behavior, and then it's more connecting, feeling, requesting, and we will actually come to all these steps in a minute. That how do we convert from jackal talk to giraffe talk? So can you guys come up with a situation when you really got angry and you spoke some harsh words to someone else?
Literally like half an hour ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened? If you don't mind sharing, Naya.
Well, my brother and I got in a fight, and we both said that we were really bad at stuff, and I hit a soft spot on him, and he got really upset.
Mhm.
And then I got a crazy amount of punishments. I actually got away with because one of them actually I was supposed to take out all the trash on the third and second floor, but on the second floor there was like no trash in the trash can, so I was very happy. So yeah. Well, I said some really harsh words to Sloan about him not being good at something because he said something like that to me, and so we got in a really big fight about it. So
Okay,
yeah.
let's go back and let's start where the whole thing began. So
Oh,
what happened? What was the first sort of stimulus for you? What happened?
So what happened was hold on one second. Sorry, I was holding on my space bar for temporary mute, and that was really very annoying. Okay, so Sloan wanted me to get him a towel because he was in the shower.
Mhm.
And I wanted to teach him a lesson. And so I was just like, what happens when none of us are here to get your towels for you? Why don't you start getting it yourself now? And he got mad at me, and I just kept ignoring him while he like screeched on the top of his lungs for me to get him a towel. And then when he came out, he hurt me when he came out physically, very painfully, might I add. And it was very painful. And then he went, and I tried to kick him back to get him away from me. And then I got hurt even more. And then my dad came up and gave us a very, very large amount of talking tos. And he talked about how we're both not supposed to be calling each other names and how we shouldn't like physically hurt each other. But considering the fact that they enrolled us in martial arts, I don't think they should be talking. Well, we were both
So
really
now wait. So going back to your situation where it started. So Sloan didn't take his towel in the bathroom, right?
well, there were towels in
Called
there. He just didn't want to take the 3 seconds to get out and be
He didn't want to take it. So you called him names, right?
No, I said I wasn't going to get it for him and that he needs to learn to get his own stuff for himself. And he got mad at me. And so when he got mad at me, he was like screaming, and I just ignored him, and I just like tried to do my own stuff like painting and random crap. But he got really mad, and so when he finally like after like 10 minutes of screeching on the top of his lungs, well, okay, okay, so he when he got mad at me, and so he came out and he pushed me, and then I tried to push him away with my foot, also known as a kick or a thrust kick. Either way, we were both physically hurting each other, which was not very good. And then I got hurt and I started crying, and then he called my dad up, and my dad yelled at both of us, and gave us punishments of taking out the trash. Like Sloan was supposed to take out all the trash on the second floor. I was supposed to take out all the trash on the third floor. But then I said he was bad at something he did, and he got mad, and he started crying and he ran away. And then my dad made me clean all the stuff on the second floor.
Okay. So all right. So
Like
let's
stop now.
So let's start with the first part. So when Sloan asked you for a towel, you said that he needed to learn to do it himself, right?
Yeah.
That's what you told him. But now this is a little bit opposite of what I was teaching you, but we'll do it. But we'll still go step by step with that situation. So actually, could you have, so probably what happened when you told him that he needs to do it by himself, that really made him mad, right? So there was something there was some kind of desire that Sloan had, which remained unfulfilled, correct? To put in simple terms.
No. I got a towel, so. But never mind.
Right, but you did get mad, right? At
Very much.
yeah. So you did have a desire that someone could give you towel, right? In the restroom.
Yes.
And that desire wasn't fulfilled. So when you got out, you really got mad at Naya, correct?
Correct.
And then Naya called you names for you're not good at something, correct?
Yes.
And then the situation really escalated.
Yeah.
Okay, it's finished. So now instead of saying that you need to do it yourself, what Naya could have done was she could have made an observation that okay, instead of starting to blame him, she could have said, are you with us, Naya? What could you have said based on what we've just learned, giraffe talk and jackal talk?
Well, I could have been like, I really wish that you would do stuff for yourself so I don't always have to do stuff for you, which I did say. There was a lot of talking on my part, but eventually I had to resort to kicking him away. And I feel like you should do more stuff and not slack off and have other people do things for you.
So just the first part, you're just making an observation, just the observation part.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I should stop because my brother's on the other side of the room and he's like, okay, stop now. So.
Oh, okay. So do you want to keep going or no? You guys want to stop?
Stop, please. She doesn't get a say in this.
What's that?
He said that we need to stop.
Okay. All right. So can someone come up with any other situation which doesn't involve any of you, any participants here, any other participant? Can someone come up with any other situation?
Can I
Because
share something?
yeah.
So I'm not gonna say their name.
You experienced and which caused anger.
Can I just come up with a made-up scenario?
I think Harshita is sharing, Ishan,
Okay.
with something that she went through.
So I'm not gonna rat this person's name out because I really, really don't want to get in trouble for that. But I had this really close friend and I used to share a lot of things with her because she was like a really close friend. She used to be my neighbor until I moved. But I used to think her as really nice and really friendly. And then one day she was like back talking about like someone to me and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I guess I was kind of like agreeing with her. And then the next day that same person she was back talking about came up to me and it's like, why are you back talking behind my back? I'm like, I wasn't talking about you. She's like, oh yeah, well this person told me you were. I'm like, but I didn't say anything. And then that person, and then she came up to me and she's like, yeah, you were. I remember right yesterday, you were just back talking about someone's back. Why are you such a liar? You should really learn to tell the truth more. And that really hurt me because I'm like, I didn't really do anything. And I knew her like as a really close friend. And I didn't really expect her to actually like be this rude and actually lie.
Okay.
And then in like future events, she kept on like lying and she kept like lying and talking about people's back. So I kind of drifted away from her and I really stopped talking to her because she was like really lying to people. And
Okay, but you are not it is someone did something to you, but you didn't get angry.
I got really angry. Like I wanted to
Okay,
actually
so
cry.
I'm looking for a situation where any of you got angry. I'm not looking for a situation where you didn't get angry because that's what we want to
Can I
talk
just
about.
come up with a made-up scenario?
All right. If you guys have never, so none of you have ever gotten angry?
Okay, so a guy just got fired and he's driving home in anger, and because he's blinded by his anger, he crashes into another guy, and the two of them get out of their cars, and then yeah, the scenario.
Okay. Can we come up with a real scenario though? Can someone try?
That could happen in real life, like a guy could get fired and then he drives in anger and gets in a car accident.
Yeah,
and
but
stuff.
Ishan, I'm really looking for a real life scenario. Otherwise, the whole purpose will get defeated.
Okay, I have a scenario.
Okay. When you got
So-
angry, not that someone
Yeah.
did something to you, but in return, you also got angry.
Yeah. So my friend was it's kind of like so my friend, we were really little, so we were playing with blocks in the classroom, and I don't know why I remember this, but my friend Lucy, she kind of was a troublemaker, and she took the blocks and she knocked them all down, and I said, "Hey, you can't do that," and she said, "Yes, I can." And so I started to like tell the teacher something. I was like, Lucy knocked my blocks down, and I was making something, and my teacher, and then Lucy said that she was building the blocks, and then I knocked it down, and the teacher believed her. So I got really mad, and my teacher, and I got really mad at her for lying and saying that I was the one who knocked the box down and she made it. And I got so mad that I started yelling in the classroom. And my teacher put me in the corner and said, "You have to sit here." And this never worked for me. Like I can't sit still. So he told me to sit in the corner, and I have to sit there and think about what I did. And that never worked. So I actually got up a few times and just started doing something. But I was really, really mad at Lucy. And Lucy wasn't in trouble for the rest of the day at all. And it was always my fault. And actually, before quarantine, when I was in like 3rd grade, I went up to my teacher and said, "I don't know if you remember this, but remember when I got really mad because Lucy knocked my blocks down?" And she said that I knocked the blocks down. Well, she actually did, and I want you to know that she was lying. So we're actually good friends now, but I still kind of held that grudge for some reason about her when she kind of lied more. But it wasn't the reason that she knocked my blocks down. That's not why I was angry. I was angry because she lied and got me in trouble when it was her fault.
Thank you for sharing, Sloan. So, so looks like the way you spoke with the teacher and the way you reacted with the teacher actually didn't get you what you wanted, right?
Yeah.
So now we really need to make an observation. How could you have responded or spoken or used, what kind of strategy could you have used with the teacher so that you could have gotten the result that you needed, right? So here we see
Sorry,
that,
I think I have an idea
okay, hold on, Kashvi, hold on your thought. Let me just
about the
finish this.
scenario.
Yeah, just let me finish this and then just hold on to your thought, okay? I'll come back to you. So, so Sloan, now, first of all, first step when we are really angry is before we speak, is to take a step back and take a deep breath. And then observe what was going on, basically, just the observation. And for Sloane's case, what would be the observation? Sloane, can you come up with an observation?
Well,
Just
instead
the
of getting,
observation without any judgment to
Yeah.
to Lucy's behavior.
yes. So instead of being calm, I decided to yell and get angry, even though if I stayed calm, I might have gotten the result that I should have gotten.
Okay, so you right now you are not giving me an observation. An observation would be that just telling me about the situation without just like telling her behavior, that I was playing with Lucy and I was actually putting the blocks on and she knocked off the blocks. But she went to the teacher and gave the opposite information, that I was the one who knocked off her blocks, right? That would be an observation.
So one observation is that Lucy knocked my blocks down and then lied about it.
So lying is again a judgment that you are giving.
She went to the she knocked my blocks down and I yelled at her.
No, that is again a judgment that you are putting on yourself. That you yelled.
If Lucy was trying to not get in trouble, an observation or a judgment?
What's that, Ishan?
Lucy wasn't trying.
I can't hear you well. Ishan, can you?
Was trying to not get in trouble. Is
Mhm.
that an observation or a judgment?
I'm sorry, Ishan. I think your background noise is very loud.
Okay. Okay, give me a moment.
I'm pretty sure Sean was saying that maybe Lucy was kind and she didn't get in trouble. Is that right?
Yeah, Lucy. I think that Lucy was trying not to get in trouble.
Okay, but then that is also a judgment because you are trying to make assumptions about Lucy's behavior. Can someone help Sloan in this? We're just looking at Lucy's behavior. What was her behavior? That's all, without any judgment.
Lucy is not telling the exact truth about the incident.
Okay, that's a judgment, Swarna. That she's not telling the truth.
Lucy said that you knocked down the block.
Okay, what did you say, Kashvi?
I'm on to.
I was thinking the way to resolve this question, would it be like going, teacher, 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 I saw her do it. That just makes you look more guilty. Instead, you should probably go up to her and say, I'm very sorry, but I did not do this thing. This kid actually did it and she's trying to frame me. The calmer you are, it shows that you aren't lying.
Okay, anyone else?
I would say one observation that you can make is like, she told the teacher that I knocked down the blocks. That's an observation. I'm not saying that it's untrue or that's false in any way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, if like, how can we say something about Lucy's behavior in this case without being judgmental?
Okay.
Because her behavior was bad.
It was bad, and that's what always makes us angry. So Lucy's behavior, we can state it that just like you said in the beginning, like when you were telling your whole story, you told me that I was the one who was building those blocks and Lucy knocked them off. But she went to the teacher and she went and told that she was the one who was playing with the blocks and Sloan was the one who actually knocked it off. That's an observation. Does that make sense, Sloan?
Yes.
So that's an observation. Give me 1 second. My is running out of battery.
Seeing your situation, it seems like you're like 3 or 4 at that time. So I don't think you have that type of calm thinking that you
Yeah,
do.
I was. I was actually 4 years old, so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect an older child to be playing with blocks, so
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that would be an observation. Just only telling her behavior without any sort of judgment. And then
any conclusion.
any conclusion or any judgment, any evaluation. No evaluation, no judgment, and no conclusion. Now the next step is, how are we feeling at the time? So Sloan, how were you feeling? What was your feeling at that moment?
Sorry, I couldn't unmute. I felt frustrated and angry.
All right. So let's come to our feelings, this circle. Now here it is angry, and let's find one that that Sloan was feeling. So Sloan, can you pick one of these? Pick one of these feelings which comes under angry. All of these, can you see that? This pink color?
Let's see. It's hard. It's kind of small. Trying to zoom in with my. Oh, here we go. I was probably provoked and annoyed.
Okay, all right, that's good. So we are right here. So Sloan knows that now he was feeling annoyed and he was feeling provoked. What was your real desire? And this desire was the need that we have. What was your need here?
Well,
can you? Let's see.
Well, I was actually just being honest, because I just wanted to play with my blocks. So I just wanted to keep playing, but Lucy intervoked and
it's here. This
took
need
away
to
my
play.
blocks. So I got mad.
Can you see that? That's a need. You had a need to play. Or
yes.
Get your leisure time, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this step is done, that you were feeling angry and you were feeling provoked, you were feeling annoyed, and you were desiring, your only desire was that you could play and spend your time leisurely or have fun, right? Now, what was your dream? What would you have liked to happen?
Well, I would have liked that Lucy would say tell my teacher that she was the one who knocked down the blocks. And I wanted to just keep playing and going on with my day. Instead, I carried throughout the day with anger because of what happened.
So your real dream was to be able to keep playing, right?
Yes.
But did that happen? The way you spoke with your teacher, did that happen?
No.
That didn't happen, right? So how could we So one option is we can make a change in how we put our request or tell our need to the other person, so that there are more chances of that getting fulfilled and whatever our dream is getting fulfilled. So what changes could you have made in your statement? And you can use this part as a guide to tell your teacher, when I see or saw or when or whatever happened, an observation, then a feeling, and then your need, starting with because I, that's the need, and I would like to, that's your dream. So can you use this template and come up with a new statement, how you would have how you could have went and talked to the teacher?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well, for the I feel, should I just say I think or I know?
Yeah, you can change a little bit.
Yeah.
Probably feeling is better. Not
Okay,
think is again a judgment. So feeling is better. So you start from here.
I feel angry.
First, you state the behavior.
Oh, okay. When I see,
or in that case, it would be I saw Lucy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay, so I saw Lucy knock down my blocks when I was building with them, and I feel angry because of that.
Not because of that, because you wanted to play.
Yes, I feel angry because I wanted to play, and Lucy didn't let me by knocking down my blocks.
That's a judgment again. We are not talking about Lucy at all now. You are talking about how you felt, and then you are talking about your need, because I wanted to play, right?
Yeah, because I wanted to play with my blocks, and I would like to keep playing with them.
Exactly. Absolutely. So what do you think? Do you think that if you made this kind of statement without getting angry, would that have a chance of getting fulfilled, your wish?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. So that's what we are talking about, and we have to make that a habit, and it's a practice. It takes a lot of practice to be able to express our feelings and express our desire in this manner, like in this template. So these are the needs that we have, basic needs that we have, and these are giraffe needs. These are not jackal needs. So and these are the feelings. When our needs are not met, we get these feelings, the negative ones, and when our needs are met, we get these positive feelings, happy, surprised. So again, just to summarize this process, you observe, and so when you observe, after that you listen to your feelings, and your feelings actually are a gateway to let you know about your needs, and all our actions are basically, we do them to meet our needs. And how can we meet our needs? We can meet our needs by making a request to others and to ourselves. And how do we make a request? We need to use the strategy that we just learned by using Sloan's example. So, and when if we don't have a good communication, that can lead to, for our desires to not be met, and the desires that are reasonable. I'm not talking about unreasonable desires, but reasonable desires. So I think that's quite a bit that we've talked about. Now I do want to discuss with you guys. I want to discuss with you
I have a
whether it was
question.
helpful, whether you understood this or not.
I understood this.
I understood.
I
I
understood.
understood it.
I understood.
But I have a question.
Okay, is there anyone who was having difficulty understanding this?
Nope.
Okay, all right.
It was a bit confusing at first, but then I got like when Sloan shared his story with Lucy, and then you guys went through it step by step. It made much more sense.
Okay, thank you, Harshita. For everyone else, is that making sense for you? Do you guys think it's practical?
It seems mostly practical.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Would anyone like to share if they can use that in their daily life?
I
Yes.
definitely can use it in my daily life. Like
Most
whenever I get angry, I could use these tips and tricks, I guess.
What's that? You get angry at what?
Whenever I get angry, I could use this information.
Yeah, you can actually print it out and have that pasted somewhere in your room, so that keeps reminding you, because it cannot happen overnight. You need to really practice. And
Yeah, that's a good idea.
yeah, so you would really need to practice this. Okay, so Swarnab, you were saying something?
I put it in the chat instead.
Okay, when I feel like shouting at Swarnika, I will need this. Okay. Is Swarnika here? Or is she not here?
Yes, she's
I'm
here.
right here.
Here.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Swarnika, did you find this helpful?
Definitely.
Not really?
No, definitely.
Oh, definitely. Okay.
Because I get mad at my brothers.
Okay. All right. So we only have 5 minutes. So I'm not sure if I want to start a new topic, but I would like to hear from you guys, from whatever we heard, anything that you liked, any point out of this whole process, anything, just anything you can share, anything.
This is like really helpful, and now I know when I can use it, especially when I'm like angry at my brother or or if someone's like really mad at me.
I think reason that you can use this pretty practically is because like every day you can get a little bit frustrated, and using these steps will help you know how to react properly and in the way of a giraffe, not in the way of a jackal.
Yeah. Very nice, Anya. Thank you. Anyone else?
I just like that at the very end you gave like this those sentence starters that was like really helpful on how to respond when you're really angry. I like that.
Right. Thank
Same
you.
here.
That was a very important part. Like,
Can
we
you
know
say
how to
those
respond not only when we're getting angry.
I'm sorry, Suhani, can you say those statements? What were those?
It was like I forgot the starting one, but I remember at the end it was you said you have to say I really don't like, and then I would like you to at the very end, blah blah blah, and then tell you what you would like to do at the very end and the problem in the very beginning.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Anshi, you were saying something, right?
I was just saying that I really like the also like the sentence starters, so we know how to respond when we're angry, not only like when we're getting angry and why we're getting angry.
I just like the overall topic of like the anger and how to deal with it, because like it can like
It's
lead
very
you to the wrong
relatable.
path sometimes.
Yeah, it's very relatable.
Thank you, Ara. So, so basically what we learned from this topic is that no one can make us angry. It's our own unmet needs that make us angry. And we have to figure out what those unmet needs are. They could be reasonable unmet needs, or coming from a giraffe heart, or they could be unreasonable jackal motivations. So we have to figure that out, where it is coming from, and if it is coming from the platform of a jackal motivation, then we need to know that, okay, whatever we are expecting is totally unreasonable and we shouldn't be angry at all. And if they are coming from a giraffe's heart, then we need to figure out how do we respond. Hey Jenna, how are you?
Hi. Lisa.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, she's gone.
So, so does that make sense? That whenever you are angry, the first step is
I
to
want to say hi to his sister. Sorry. Hi. Hi, her sister. Oh, she's so
Hi.
I'm on headphones, so she can't hear you. But Jenna, they're saying hi.
I know, but I love her for the fact that she's bunny earing you.
Bunny.
Hi, I love you because you're bunny earing your brother. That's something every sister should do.
Hi.
Now I just remembered an example of anger with that involved me hurting Kartavya's sister at one point.
I'm sorry, what?
She's too cute for that.
Exactly.
Actually, it's my fault.
I tell her that she should be like, a child actress or something,
Alright.
but she wants to be an art and craft maker.
Wait, you hurt
I can
his
relate.
sister physically or
Yeah,
mentally?
he did. He pushed her.
Physically. Yeah.
How could you hurt something so cute?
Such a human being.
How
dare you!
All right. So again, that's a judgmental talk that you guys are doing with Swarnab.
You don't even know the story or why.
Yeah, because like, yeah, sure, she is cute.
Still, she's really
I-
cute, so I'm biased right now. Sorry, I'm like really biased for cute things, so don't hold that against me, please.
Yeah, because like most people probably think she's cute, but like no one should hold like any thoughts against Warna because like she could have done something wrong. Like cuteness.
well.
can be
No,
not
yeah, I mean,
perfect.
But
she's
still,
kind of
you
annoying.
can't hurt someone,
Okay.
no matter how cute they are.
All right. So
Why do you hurt Naya?
okay,
Well,
let's
maybe
go
you didn't
back to
hurt
our
her, maybe
class.
just pushed
Did you
her.
hear that?
May I
Did you
describe?
hear that? Thank you.
All right, guys, let's come back to our class now. All right. So, yeah, Yashwant, you were saying something. I actually missed you.
Which? Oh no, I forgot.
Okay. All right. Okay, then. I think we are done with the class then. And-
I just had a situation, but it's fine.
okay. All right. So maybe in
Also,
a
do we
week
have
or two, we will be
something
done
that-
with chapter 2. And then we will, I don't know, if would anyone like to help me making a Jeopardy for you guys for chapter 1 and 2 of Bhagavad Gita?
Sure.
I will.
Okay.
I
All right,
will.
Auntie. Then I'll connect with you. And
Okay then.
yeah,
Yeah, I think you have like my WhatsApp stuff. I've heard on the.
I have your phone number.
Okay.
So once we are done,
I have my dad's though. I'm not sure.
you have your own, you've given your own number, right?
No, I don't think I have. I think it's my dad's. I'm on the WhatsApp group. Just contact me through WhatsApp.
Yeah, I'll contact you through the WhatsApp.
Okay, yeah, that's better for me.
Okay. All right. So Varnika,
Yes.
so I didn't hear anything from you. Were you able to understand, or was it too difficult?
It was a little difficult, but I can understand.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions or anything?
No.
Someone on the WhatsApp group was asking, do we have a class on the 25th?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't. I mean, I was not planning on not having a class, but what do you guys think?
No
it's
class,
Christmas.
please.
I
It's
don't
Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Yeah, it's Christmas.
So
guess
many
what?
people are probably gonna be busy because it's
A lot of people are probably not going to be here. That's the main reason.
All
Oh,
right
okay.
then. So
And
Including
a lot of
Diana
us are going to be late, staying up late and we're going to go out for dinner and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of
So-
people. I don't think a
Go
lot of
out?
people will be able to make it.
I
I'm not going
prefer
to
to
be
go
able
to bed earlier
I'm
on
glad you brought that up. And no class then on 25th.
Wait, I have a
Okay,
question.
right.
Going out for dinner?
All right.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll end the class now.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, bye. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
bye.
Hare Krishna.
Bye-bye. Hare Krishna.